PCN is brought to you in part by the following underwriters.
Hello and welcome to PACTV Community News, local stories from the South Shore. Tonight we bring you to the launch of the Bac La Joux, the restored 100-year-old catboat in Kingston. And we learn about trail maintenance at the Bay Circuit Trail on the Kingston-Duxbury line.
We take you to a red carpet event for Archway as they celebrate the completion of their sports video, and we meet the winners of a robotics competition from Pembroke High School students.
We get an update from State Representative Josh Cutler on the dune restoration at Duxbury Beach. And Doctor's Orders is back with vein health information from BID Plymouth.
Donna Rodriguez, PACTV's Outreach and Creative Services Manager, comes on set to talk about PACTV's upcoming telethon Friends for Texas to help out people affected by Hurricane Harvey. And we begin tonight down the street from PACTV's doors. The folks from Archways, part of the Greater Arc of Plymouth, have teamed up with PACTV to produce a monthly show called Everything Sports. We dropped by for their red carpet premiere.
Archways is a day program out of the Arc of Greater Plymouth. What we do is we offer community, employment, and educational opportunities with adults with developmental disabilities. I work in the session room. I teach life skills from around 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today we were celebrating the premiere episode of our show Everything Sports. For about a year we've had 7 crew members from Archways go to the studio at PACTV, and what they've done is they've produced a show, a sports show, where they talk about everything from football, baseball, Special Olympics, pretty much everything under the sports umbrella. And we produce the show, we edit the show, and we do it for about 2 hours a day. It started off 4 hours a day, but we've gotten so good we've actually narrowed it down to about 45 minutes. Which is pretty cool, but we stay a little extra just to clean up and start and everything. So today was our first episode that we premiered. We're going to be airing it once a month, so we invited people from the community basically to see what we were up to. I was hoping for at least 20 people. We got about between 30 and 40 today, which is really exciting. I really just wanted to celebrate their accomplishments. They've worked really hard. They kind of started from the bottom, and they started and they learned really, really fast, kind of the ins and outs of television production. They're really passionate about what they do. They love being on camera, and they really love being behind the camera as well. And I was really happy that the art community, along with the local Plymouth community, came out to support them. It's amazing. I've never had an experience where something like a real dream has just really come true for these folks. One of our individuals has a goal of being a sports announcer, and it came true. You know, he's actually a sports announcer on a local cable access show. That never happens. To actually see this, just like, I was welling up. We had a morning huddle this morning before everything started kind of coming together, and I just started tearing up because it was just beautiful. Just seeing someone's dreams come true, seeing them contribute something very positive to society. You couldn't ask for anything more as a teacher. These folks have a lot to contribute, some really amazing talents, and they're just super unique and super special, and I couldn't be more proud.
And Brian, both you and I were lucky enough to attend that, and I have to say Tom Bolus, who's a production assistant here, worked with this group of people for about almost a year to help them learn how to do this, and basically they can do this entire production by themselves, and it was just a wonderful red carpet event, and Tom even wore a tux. It was great.
Tom is really one of our unsung heroes around here, and
yes,
he doesn't get the credit he deserves. And we actually stuck around, we watched the show, and those guys that are doing the show, I'm telling you, are so knowledgeable about sports. I'm going to hit them. Yeah, I'm going to hit them up for some help with my fantasy football team.
Yeah, it was a great day. Congratulations to all of them. Ever spoken with people that you know are much more knowledgeable about a certain subject than you are, and the best you can do is nod and smile politely as they explain things that are going right over your head? Well, that's how it felt when we met up with some of the members of the Pembroke High School Robotics Club to discuss some awards they've won recently, along with their plans for the upcoming school year, and what it was that even got them interested in this club to begin with.
We were at regionals and we won a Judge's Choice Award for our Create, and then at the global competitions we actually won the same Judge's Choice Award for one of our designs that we made. I would say that the most enjoyable thing is just being part of a team like this. I'm not much of a sports guy, and this is kind of technically a sport, but not really.
I've been involved with the team at Pembroke Robotics for the past 3 years, and while I was here we've had success starting from the beginning because the team's only been around for 3 years. And so our most successful year actually was this year because we placed 3rd place overall at our regionals, and then we went on to go into the global competition, and while we were there we placed in 4th place in an alliance competition there. Didn't do so well overall, but I'm very proud of the results that I've come to see the team grow over these 3 years.
Some of my friends were in the robotics club that I, gotten to know freshman year and gotten closer with. And then so after that, I joined it with them because it sounded like it would be fun. And then, it was a lot of work and I really enjoyed it and it was amazing. So I definitely wanted to keep doing it throughout the rest of high school.
We created 2 robots that complete these tasks. And basically we program them from scratch. We use Roombas as our base for one of the robots, and then we program them. This is basically an exact replica of the boards that you use to compete at the competition. At regionals, at globals, it's all the same exact board. We basically coded everything off of this replica. We built everything to interact with this replica.
Right now we're doing 2 different competitions for the first semester and second semester. The first semester we were doing Zero Robotics, which we started last year, where it's all simulated to start off with, where you're programming satellites in space, and then if you get far enough, then you go to MIT and you will be actually communicating with astronauts on the International Space Station, where they'll put out the exact duplicates of the satellites that you were programming in the simulation, and they'll run that in actual space.
One thing that we're looking to expand into Pembroke next year is a junior ball team with kids from the elementary schools so that we can start to get younger grades involved to help be able to support the team for future years to come, because many of the people on our team are going to be graduating out within the next few years, and we need to make sure that we have a constant stream of young people that are interested in technology.
Handcrafted catboats aren't as commonly seen floating out on the water as they may have been decades ago. So when a 100-year-old catboat that has taken close to a decade to restore is set to take the waters again, it's a pretty big deal. The Jones River Historical Society hosted this boat launching event, and we used our PACTV credentials to get in and meet the folks who got the boat into ship shape.
This boat was born right across the street from the John Bradford House on Landing Road. It was built by a fellow by the name of George Shiverick, who came from the Cape from a shipbuilding family. He, I guess, arrived here in 1895, set up shop, and worked till 1940. And I think he lived till 1942 on Summer Street.
There aren't many left. There's one in Mystic Seaport's collection that's in pretty good shape. There may be a few others around, but this is one that seemed to be restorable, and they wanted to have one as a tribute to Shiverick and the town's sailing tradition.
It was a very difficult problem to reconstruct the real shape of this boat, because it's very important, the hull shape. But the planks told us where they went, and through a lot of procedures and starts and stops, and we finally got forward to where we made the ribs and the planks agree, because the planks had been that way for 100 years. They told us exactly the shape. So we let the ribs fit the planks. I'm obviously proud. I'm glad it's over. 7 years is quite a commitment, but I learned more than I could ever tell you, because I'm not basically a boat builder. And so I had to learn a lot about all this marine technology and lingo, and all that, and I still have a lot to go, but really can't complain. Oh, the perfect ending, obviously, is putting it in the water, getting in and going out in the bay and coming back. And hopefully a lot of it under our own power.
Our State House report takes us to Duxbury Beach for news about a grant that the town has received to repair the dunes.
We are here at Duxbury Beach to talk about a grant that the state has given to the town to help fund beach restoration. Duxbury Beach is a popular destination in the summer for folks to come and recreate, but it also plays an important part of our ecosystem here on the South Shore. And the sand dunes are a big part of that. Duxbury Beach is a barrier beach. It serves a twofold purpose. One, it serves as an access road for folks who are driving to Saquesh and Gurnet. But most importantly, it protects our coastline. It's a barrier beach. And so trying to protect and maintain the beach is an important part of that. And so I was pleased that the state recently awarded a grant to the Duxbury Beach Reservation, which manages the beach, to help with the sand dune restoration project. The state's Office of Coastal Zone Management has granted Duxbury a $37,000 grant for coastal resiliency, and those funds will be used to help erect a 1,700-foot barrier dune, repair a barrier dune between the first and second crossover here on Duxbury Beach. And that will be ongoing now that the grant has been implemented. Duxbury Beach Reservation is a nonprofit organization that helps to manage the beach, and they deserve all the credit here. It's run by volunteers, and their expertise and goodwill that they bring helps to keep the beach in such great condition, and they were able to qualify for this grant, which is important because, again, we're here to protect the beach. It's a key part of our ecosystem here. We're on the front lines of climate change, and Duxbury Beach plays a key role in our ecosystem. The dunes help protect the beach and protect us from wind and erosion, and keep the beach, keep the beach strong.
Have you ever walked or hiked a trail in your community and appreciated how well it was maintained? This doesn't happen by chance. Recently in Kingston, the Appalachian Mountain Club came down to put on a basic trail maintenance program for volunteers of the Bay Circuit Trail. PCN stopped in to learn more.
Today, we were fortunate to have the Appalachian Mountain Club come down to Kingston to work with us to put on a basic trail maintenance program for volunteers. The volunteers, some of them work with the Bay Circuit Trail, and others are more preserve adopters, so people who will go out to our conservation land properties and monitor and maintain those trails. The Bay Circuit Trail does run through those properties, and so a lot of them do both, taking care of the entire preserve and then also taking care of the Bay Circuit Trail. As the conservation agent in Kingston, I'm in charge of over 1,000 acres of open space. Not all of it is open for passive recreational use because not all of it has trails, but we do have many miles of trails in Kingston that are difficult to maintain with a limited amount of staff. So for me, it is excellent to have the volunteers to help me professionally, but personally it's also great to connect with other people who love the outdoors and just love getting out and taking care of the trails and enjoying the properties. The town of Kingston has a relationship with the AMC. They lead all of the trail maintenance programs on the Bay Circuit Trail. So we are affiliated with them through the Bay Circuit Trail and the Bay Circuit Alliance. And today we've been training some volunteers to do basic trail maintenance, just learning how to clear the trail so that it's a pleasant experience for users. And it's a great opportunity for people to volunteer if they like being in the outdoors, but it also gives back to the community and just volunteering to help to maintain local trails, which there are many in Kingston. We happen to be in Duxbury right now, Bay Farm, It overlaps the town boundary in Kingston and Duxbury, and it's a beautiful property. We have a lot of beautiful preserves in the town of Kingston, in the town of Duxbury, and in the town of Pembroke where the Bay Circuit Trail runs. And it's a great experience. AMC did a wonderful job teaching the workshop. They are very well versed in trail work. They work up in the White Mountains and all around New England, and if anyone has the opportunity to take part in their workshops, it's a great experience.
Doctor's Orders is back with vein health information from Beth Israel Deaconess Plymouth.
Hi, my name is Dr. Scott James. I'm the director of the Vein Center and Cosmetic Center at Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital in Plymouth, discussing varicose veins. Varicose veins can vary from anything from spider veins to large bulging varicosities which can occur in the lower extremities. Patients can have unsightly cosmetic concerns about their very tiny spider veins, or patients can have very engorged, large varicose veins that can cause aching, burning, heaviness in the lower extremities, as well as swelling. Varicose veins can occur in anybody. They're much more common in women, especially after pregnancy. Patients can have very large varicose veins, which are commonly hereditary, that are passed on from your family members. The cosmetic concerns are one subset of patients that we deal with that we can treat with sclerotherapy and different measures. Patients who do have pain, aching, heaviness, there are other measures we can use to treat those areas, to remove those veins and treat the underlying cause of those veins. There's no real health concerns with varicose veins. Some patients can develop clots within those superficial veins, which can cause inflammation and significant pain. But most of the people that we see here in the Vein Center actually have pain and lifestyle affecting issues that require treatment. There's nothing we can truly do to avoid getting varicose veins. Some patients who are on their feet for prolonged periods of time can wear compression stockings to help keep those veins compressed. Once we find that they do have the varicose veins, obviously compression is essential in their treatment to try to prevent it from becoming any worse. Treatment of varicose veins can vary from simple injections with a very, very tiny needle that we use for patients that have cosmetic concerns. And on the other end of things, we can actually remove the veins with minimally invasive techniques, which are only a needle stick and do not require any hospitalization, any sutures, or any staples. And the healing is very quick, and patients have great results.
I'm pleased to be joined by Donna Rodriguez on set today. Donna is our manager of outreach and professional services. And Donna also has been involved in telethons that we have done here at PACTV over the years. I don't think there's anyone in the whole country that doesn't feel for the people of Texas. And when we saw what happened over that weekend, we all came together as the team here at PACTV and said, we have to do something. We have to do a telethon because we do telethons. We've done them for years and we do them pretty well. So we have planned a telethon for the people of Texas that we're calling the Friends for Texas, and we're having it on Saturday, the 23rd of September, live from 5 to 9 p.m. at night on our channel and streaming on our website. Now, Donna, you have been involved in many of the telethons here. We do a Rotary telethon every year for the Rotary Club of Plymouth, and we did one for our sister city in Japan back in 2011. So if you want to just open up with that and tell the folks at home what we did and why we did it and how it went.
Sure, and it's interesting because the two are actually connected. In 2011, when we were starting and we were kicking off our auction for the Rotary Club of Plymouth, and we hold that with them every year, and we raise about $50,000 every year for area charities and for scholarships for students. As we were all starting to come into the building and get ready to go live, we were getting this horrifying news from Japan of the earthquake and the tsunami that happened.
Yes.
And Plymouth's sister city is called Shichigahama, and it's roughly 60 miles from the epicenter of where that earthquake happened. It is a very similar city to ours. It's a beautiful seaside community, and we've had a relationship for years between Plymouth and Chichigahama.
Where we send people there, they send people here.
We have students that go back and
Yep.
forth. We have elected officials that go back and forth. And actually, just before the tsunami happened, we had elected officials there the previous October. So
Wow.
as you can imagine, so many people involved with the Rotary were also people who had been there recently.
Yep.
So it was so close to everybody's hearts, the people who were coming in for the Rotary. And the conversation kept going and going, what can we do to help? How can we even get in touch with our friends
Sure.
who are over there? And it turned into, from Friday to Tuesday, suddenly we were doing a telethon, which we held 6 days later.
Wow.
And the most amazing part of it was we were one studio, one small group of people that actually raised $62,000 in 3 hours.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And $100,000 altogether
Right.
that went from our Rotary Club to the Chichigahama Rotary Club.
That's
so
terrific.
100% of the funds were just transferred right over. And it was beautiful just to see how everybody came together.
So we're going to use that same concept for the telethon that we're going to
Absolutely.
do for the people of Texas.
Absolutely.
And we realize that there's been a tremendous amount of outreach to many, many groups and organizations. They're connecting donations, they're doing food, they're doing diapers, they're doing all kinds of things. We're going to be raising money.
Yes.
But we're also going to, on our website, give information as we go along on different areas in community fundraisers,
Yes.
and different places where you can specifically donate to a specific thing. Like there's some people who want to donate for the animals.
Absolutely.
There's some people who want to donate for the kids in schools because kids are going to be out of school for a long time. So we will be listing that on our website as we go along, PACTV.org. But talk about what we're going to do here the night of the 23rd.
So the night of the 23rd, and actually people can start to follow us now. From the time you're seeing this show until the 23rd and hopefully afterwards, please visit pactv.org/telethon. If you've got questions, you can also email telethon@pactv.org. We are going to be raising money that is going to be going from the Rotary Club of Plymouth directly to Rotary clubs in affected areas in Texas. So our goal is to be 100% transparent and for 100% of the funds to go directly to people who need it. The amazing thing is so much is happening right now. So many people are helping and donating and supporting the immediate needs, but these needs are going to happen for a long, long time. So we're hoping that with our telethon, this is money that can help people moving forward. And we want everybody to gather together. We're inviting community groups. I invited my high school graduation class because we have friends and family who live in Texas right now to join in a group to donate together.
Right.
If there are businesses out there that want to join together, if we have partners and friends and neighborhoods and kids who want to gather money together to make donations, we invite everybody to do that.
Sure.
We want this to be a community effort.
Yep.
We want to show people in Texas what they're seeing locally, that everybody gathers together and they just help and make it happen,
Right.
that extends across the country.
That's right. And being a seaside community, I remember seeing those flood shots and thinking, that so could be us. That could be us tomorrow. And regardless, humanity is humanity, and it doesn't matter what zip code you live in. We're all in this together. And this is our way of, we can really help, and we can do something that we're pretty good at doing. We can bring our people together. Now, there's, some people have asked me, well, I already donated. And I said, yep, that's great. And it's not necessarily a donation. It could be a donation of time. It could be that you come here and work the phone banks for us. There's a lot of different ways you can help. Plus, yes, the waters have receded some in Texas, but the spread of what has happened there is going to go on for months or years. And we don't know, 2 or 3 weeks from now, there might be some things that have come up that people aren't even giving money towards right now. So we're keeping our eyes on, which is what you said, the Rotaries, the local Rotaries will kind of know at the time what are the best areas that the money can go to. And like you said, Donna, and it was really important to us that all of the money goes directed to the people who need it.
And again, we're going to be completely transparent through the entire process. So we understand it's very important for anybody who's donating their time, their energy, their money, that you need to know that the money is going where it needs to go. So we are happy to answer any and every question you have, and every step of our process will be open.
Right.
Our local Rotary Club, the Rotary Club of Plymouth, is going to be connecting with our other area Rotary clubs and also connecting to the district governor and groups in Texas.
Right.
So they're going to be handling how to best get the money out to people.
Right.
You mentioned students earlier. One of the most recent articles that I read over the weekend was that there are over 200,000 students affected right now who can't get to class.
Right.
So we might find that a month from now, when this money is being made available and transferred down, that we need to be able to provide money for schools.
Right, we don't know. Right.
We can't make that decision. But at the same time, in addition to what we're doing, we want to make sure that people have access to all of the resources. So when you go to pactv.org/telethon, you also will see a resources tab. You can click on that. We're collecting funds, but there are also so many wonderful organizations in our communities that
Talk
are
about
collecting.
that.
Well, we have
A couple of people have already
Yes, there are so
headed
many.
down.
And if I'm only mentioning a couple, I apologize because I know there are so many. The New Hope Church of Plymouth has already got a truck that's on its way. Serve Pro of Plymouth has already sent materials and food and donations and diapers down. There's a group in Kingston at one of the car dealerships that's collecting donations as well. So many groups are gathering together to make donations. Also in Duxbury, there's the Duxbury Church at Tremont Street, which they're gathering right now in addition to the Duxbury Council on Aging in High School. They're sending materials down at the end of this week. So please visit our resources page. Make sure you know what's out there and how you can be a part of helping.
Right, right. So again, let's just verify what we're doing here. We're having a live telethon on Saturday, the 23rd of September from 5 to 9 p.m. We're going to have it here at the studio. We're going to have it on all of our channels in all 4 of our towns, as well as streamed live on our website so that you can see it all over the country and, frankly, all over the world.
And we encourage everybody to share the information. We have links already on Facebook, on Twitter. You can send people to our website. The other thing we would love to know, if you are part of a business, an organization, a neighborhood, a family who are collecting money or sending things down, if you have a story to tell about how you're helping, we want to tell that story too during the telethon. That's a big part of our message, is really being able to share the good that everybody is doing to help.
Right, right. We're all in this together. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more and visit our website. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. To watch again, go to PACTV.org and click on our Prime channel. Or if you want to share a story, get the link from our YouTube channel. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Also, PCN Life is back next week. PCN Life highlights varied lifestyles on the South Shore and brings us in-depth segments from experts in our communities. A New Life is on following the new PCN next week, September 14th. We will see you then.